Hi. Hi, everybody. Happy July. Happy July. Happy heat wave. Um, First, I'm going to apologize for not posting this past week. Um, I know I only have a handful of followers or people watching. um, but I did promise at least once a week, and I already missed one. But it's okay. It's all right. I'm feeling much better today. It's hot. I'm outside. So yeah, I guess I really just wasn't feeling it last week, and maybe also, I guess having gotten some things off my chest, I think my body just wanted to rest. I think I was hanging on to some things for so long, and maybe I was like in this hesitation of starting um, this channel for so long that I built up a lot of tension in my body. I think that makes sense. And so I think I just needed to chill for a bit and reflect and be in that energy and be in this new energy. And that's airplane. It's okay. Which also just gave me time, a little bit more time to allow the conversation to find me as opposed to me just overthinking, what do I talk about, blah, 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 blah. Let life speak a bit. So a couple days ago, I was watching a movie, and it's one of my favorite movies. It's called The Sixth Sense, with Bruce Willis. Plays a therapist who dies at the beginning of the movie, and he doesn't realize he's dead. He just, he gets up the next day, goes to work as usual, and it happens to be a client who is able to speak. I'm not gonna try and tell you everything. This movie's been out for a really long time. If you're resonating with this, maybe I'll put it in a title somewhere so it's obvious. It resonates with people who've seen it, or at least seen about it for so long you have an idea what it's about. But it's one of my favorite because of how true to life it is. I guess it's one of my favorite movies because how I can relate to. I feel like I can relate to the fear a bit, right? No, I don't have the experience of seeing dead people walk around. I don't have that gift. I don't want it. We'll see, though. Every time I say I don't want it, anyway. But the fear of not understanding what's happening, spirits communicating with you, and it just being an experience no one prepared you for. There isn't always psychic mediums or whichever thing they call themselves around when children come into the world and can say, I saw that ghost too. It's okay. You're not crazy or something, right? And how I guess I was reflecting on how the only person who was able to help the little boy, right? You had this little boy. The only person who was able to help the little boy was a spirit, right? I don't believe in coincidences, and so I thought the movie was very well. I felt like it was a story very well told. It had a clear beginning, middle, and end. Nothing convoluted. Maybe that's what I also like about it. It's this just this steady flow. To me, it's even amongst the I guess suspenseful parts. There's a steadiness in it, and and I guess like imagine what that must feel like. Not even for a kid, not even for myself as a kid, but like what that would feel like now to be talking to a spirit who doesn't understand that he's a spirit, but also so happens to be a therapist who was murdered by someone like me. A tiny piece of the story the little boy doesn't know, but I'm on the outside of the story looking in. I'm able to reflect on and I'm like, I can only imagine. I mean, I feel like in some ways I can imagine the feeling of knowing you need help, telling people what's happening for you, and they don't believe you. Not only do they not believe you, they, there's no coincidence that that's who you're talking to. There's usually something similar. There's something mirroring, right? Everyone's mirroring an aspect of this other person. The guy who murders Bruce Willis's character at the very beginning, and thinking about how many people, now deemed schizophrenic, mentally disturbed, mentally disabled, or how many people born with gifts not getting the help. Mental health hospitals are filled with people who just needed spiritual guidance from young. And I think about myself and how it was similar for me. There's a spirit that reached out to me and was able to help guide me through, share with me some of their experience, even in a way. But it's like, I'm still, what they say, I'm still very new to sharing what I've learned. However, I'm not new to doing what I do, this is a whole learning curve, and but I just like watching movies like this, watching happenings like this happening in front of me is it reminds me of why I'm so passionate. I'm actually very passionate about helping people connect to their spiritual guidance. I feel like it's a almost perfect example of why it's important to connect with our spirit guides. In his case, it was the therapist. More often than not, if you're born with gifts, you're born with a mentor. Pretty much every time, and I'm pretty sure like that is just the agreement. If you come into the world with these gifts, you also have a mentor for those gifts. And you will also, it is also possible to acquire more guides as you go along your journey. But I know for me, there's been mainly one mentor. Like there's one main mentor. There's one person in charge of like the other guides. Not the other guides. You're not in charge. It's like I'm the project, and the mentor is like the project manager, and they kind of help manage the guidance is because they're the mentor, right? They're the elder, like they're the high priestess in spirit. And yeah, I guess I champion for connecting with that guide, or your just guidance in general. You don't have to be a person born with gifts. This applies to everyone. Everyone has guidance, spiritual guidance, be it a relative, be it, in his case, his therapist. This is actually kind of funny to say, but this is also a good example of a non-romantic soulmate relationship. Okay, Hollywood has overly romanticized the term soulmate, and so now we have this very narrow understanding of what a soulmate is. And if you recall, what other country? There's countries where a friend is called mate. Oh, when you share an apartment with someone, they're called roommate. And so like mate is not limited to someone you have sex with. Basically, like the word friend doesn't limit you to that. So mate could be friend, and it says soul. You die, and this is all based on my belief. If this is not your belief, then then maybe this is not the space for you. It's okay. I'm here to connect with people. we're like vibing on the same frequency, so I gotta show up as my whole self, right? So you die. Before you reincarnate, you're in the middle space. You're chilling. You're living your life. Before you get back to school, you're living your life, and you have friends. Just like in the 3D world, where in the physical world, me and my friend Joe Schmo, hey buddy, what you doing on Friday? Let's meet at so-and-so spot at 4:00. Okay. You meet them, and you kind of do that in spirit form as well. When you're in the spirit realm, you make this agreement like, hey, around this time in your life, you will, by the time you got to this point in your life, you will have learned this thing, and by the time I got to this point in my life, I will have learned all this, and this is where we can cross paths and exchange energies, share. He learned from the boy learned from him. They helped each other. They were each other's therapy. They were each other's therapists. They became friends. They helped each other. They helped each other accept their reality. They helped each other accept their realities. That little boy is going to grow up to be a man in this physical world who can be that same, and like that's a beautiful thing. This is what the man wants to cut us off from. So let's stop. When you cross paths with a soulmate, when we get out of that, this movie romance mind, because it's like it just triggers it. You just kind of go into automation mode. But when you get out of automation mode, you cross paths with a soulmate for what you're supposed to learn from them. Just learn the thing. And when spirit, you'll know in your gut. When it's time to move. When paths cross, they touch for a little while. Then they keep going. The two paths cross. You keep going. You're going that way. This person's going that way. Let them go. Yeah, no, it's just I thought that was just like a beautiful thing. That's why one of my favorite movies, and one of my other favorite movies is actually um, Ghost with Patrick Swayze. um, the way he died suddenly and wandered about, not sure what to do. He stumbled upon a storefront that says psychic. Said, let me try my luck. Oh man, and up to this moment, Whoopi had been faking it. I remember later in the movie, she goes, my mom had the gift. Her mama had the gift. I didn't think I didn't have the gift. I was sure I just didn't, in other words, people around me had the gift, which is why I know how to pretend. But up till now, I didn't think I had no gifts. So that's a fascinating thing. That's something about his energy too, right? So like his energy connecting with her energy, raising her vibration. Like the phrase, we have the phrase like rising to the occasion, right? When God needs something from you, God will help you rise to the occasion. This energy comes in. So in other words, her emulating it, she didn't realize like how her emulating it in a way blocked it. Her pretending to do it in a way blocked her from actually doing it, right? You're pretending because you think you can't do it, right? And so one of the ways Spirit helps us into our gift is through experiences that are traumatic and sudden. Sometimes catching a person off guard, like, whoa, hey. Sometimes catching a person off guard is how Spirit will get through to you. And so, in her case, he rolled up, start talking, she could hear him, and it's like, what? And then he's like, I need you to help me. And then him keeping her up all night, singing that song, I don't know the song. And kept her up all night until she helped him. And so, like, some spirits can be like that. I don't know what it is about the Haitian spirit. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna say a whole lot about it. But y'all spirit is different. And when someone's Haitian ancestor, when there's someone I need to connect with, which is also why she comes to mind. See, like, they're very powerful, and they will so much as even give me a headache. Like, I've had an experience or two where I'll get like this pinching, that pinching headache in the back of your eye. And then it does this weird thing, and it's like, it starts moving up, moving in. And then when I get the message, gone. So I'm like, there's something real legit about y'all energy. I would tap into that more, from the heart space, see where that gets you. But if anybody want to exchange tarot readings for Creole lessons, hit me up. So I also pulled some cards before I started. Oh yeah, so yeah, with Whoopi Goldberg and Patrick Swayze, that's another good example of a soulmate relationship. Soulmate, person comes into your energy, raises your vibration. His energy helped raise her vibration, helped raise her to her gift, and his suddenly coming into her life, catching her off guard, that allows Spirit to be like, watch us actually turn it on. So you can stop pretending, like, because I wasn't at no point were you actually trying, right? You were just pretending. But since you know how to, the more you're pretending, the more you're also kind of still manifesting and conjuring it up, right? You're conjuring it into your reality. If this is what you're pretending, then this must be what you're also wishing for yourself. So you kind of indirectly are asking for help from Spirit to become this, what you keep pretending to be. But you also wouldn't be so obsessive about, you wouldn't be so, and I mean obsessive in a, not in an addiction kind of way, but in a, maybe she wouldn't be so passionate about it if it wasn't in the blood for her to do it to begin with, right? I've met folks like that too. They're pretending, and it's just like, why? And I'm a little giggly, and people would be thinking I'm laughing at them. And it's like, no, sometimes I'm just, life is a movie, and I'm enjoying, the experiencing of it, and sort of giggling in the delight of experiencing, because that's what life is for, experiencing, like, period. And so, yeah, it's playing again. I pulled cards before I started. I'm shuffling these, because I think I'm going to move on to these. Okay. First thing that actually came out was Six of Pentacles. And which is fitting. Spirit is like, mind your money. Mind your money. Be mindful about, where you're spending it. Because I know I can be sometimes a bit of a spendthrift while not having a whole lot of money. I'm just saying. I'll get $100 and spend 50 on stuff. So maybe mind your money. I be acting annoyed, the spirit telling me that. So of course that had to be the first card. They're like, we keep telling you, mind your money. Like, come on. Also because if you're expecting money in the future, it's like spirit might be just wanting you to get into the habit of at least thinking about a savings plan and all that financial stuff. See, he's holding scales. That's why I'm saying that. It's like he's giving this person something. This person's asking for something. He's holding the scale, and it's like the six is over him, right? So it's like there's some, it's okay to spend a little, save a little, stuff like that, and then being mindful of like people asking you for money. It's okay to help sometimes, but don't feel like you gotta help everybody all the time. No. That, right? Be mindful. You worked hard. They're like, you worked hard for that money. You're working hard for the money that's coming. And, so be mindful of, the askers, the hands that starts to come out when people see you working hard. And then this popped out, right? So I feel like we did a little jump from like, it's like, but is it? It's like working like pencil, boom, you're a high priestess. Like, you're a high priestess, regardless of all of this, we're not just saying, we're not just talking about coins here. That's what Spirit is saying. Thank you. Because Pentacles is not just about money, right? Pentacles is the physical, your resources. So Pentacles can be people that are resourceful. Your instruments, your equipment, your time, like like anything you can physically give can be represented by Pentacle. That's what the High Priestess energy wants to remind me of. Wants to remind us of when she popped out. Like, look, you're a High Priestess, right? So they're not just coming. They're not just asking because of that. They want to be in your energy, like. Okay, so we're gonna cut straight to the chase here. You're in your High Priestess energy, and you can't, royalty who sits on a throne, any and everybody can't just walk up on you. Like when the shop is open, that's different. Maybe when maybe you got a store, you're at work. You're at work working. That's maybe that's the time to come talk to me. But not when I'm chilling, not when I'm sitting. But for real, being mindful of people wanting your energy because you're in the High Priestess energy, and Spirit is also reminding you like you are a High Priestess. you know why we're saying this. You know who we're talking about. You know you're connected. Keep connecting. Keep meditating. Keep taking care of yourself. What do I see? Yeah, I see. It's kind of blurry. Sorry. But see, there's like tree. I think there's a. It's not a tree, but it's like it's like greenery decoration in the background. But I'm just like, be your natural self. Be in nature. Eight of Wands is expansion, action, fire. 8, growth. Right, you're growing. You've learned a lot. You've learned a lot to be in this High Priestess energy. You've grown a lot, right? They're like, it's time. It's okay. Shine your light. Aquarius, go be your natural self. Go dance to the beat of your own drum. I mean, to keep it simple, release the judgment. Cut out King of Swords. Be king of your thoughts, right? Like releasing the judgment. Clear your mind. Cut out the BS. Cut out the negative self-talk. As cliche as that sounds, right? It's crazy. I was almost wanted to put this back. But I'll be honest, right? Because this Rainbows and Sunshine card came out. Let me see. This Rainbows and Sunshine card came out. And then right behind it was this turmoil, like inner turmoil and like heartache. But it's behind you. So I feel like Spirit is making their point. To like, this is in front, this is behind, right? This is behind, this is in front. Like ain't nothing but 10 of cups. Ain't nothing but 10 of cups ahead. Forge forward. That's what Spirit said. That rhymed. Almost, I think that was on purpose. A little bit on purpose. Just this card again, right? Like, look at yourself. Smile at yourself. See your reflection. See how dope you are. Oh man, taking the shades off like that. I'm feeling a little, what's the word right now? The humidity got me feeling a little like, ugh. I got to take a nap right now. Watching the time, we're actually doing pretty good. I just want to be real simple and straightforward today. I've been contemplating, where I want to go with this. This card always comes out. You're right. Right? Doesn't this card keep coming out? There's 2 of Pentacles. Yep, there's 2 of Pentacles. Which to me says the same thing as that 6 of Pentacles said. Balancing out. Being mindful of some, you might be getting some money, and think about what you want to do with it, how you want to invest in it, how you want to invest with it. Right? I'm a sound healer. I have not. Z is like, when are you going to pick up those bowls? Anytime soon. When are you going to use your sound, right? Blue, sound frequency, blue. We use our vocal cords to make sound, right? Throat chakra. So I was getting at blue throat chakras, right? So he's all contemplating, like, he's kind of touching it, but it's like, like, Z, stop doing that. Right? You've got some great ideas. You got some good ideas. Um, right, the sunshine. You got some good ideas. Go do it. It's like pick up those bowls too. I'm also seeing that, right? Pick up those bowls. Sun is Leo energy. Be bold. I've been, contemplating some things. Well, I need to dust off my singing bowls. Yes. Yeah, the balancing act of being a multifaceted person. It's like that's also the pentacles. All the things that you do, like you do stuff. Ace to me is also like, to me, usually represents like an idea, but the spread just kind of giving me the energy of like, you got ideas. What are you thinking about? You know what to do with those bowls. You put them in your hand. Use them. Maybe Spirit is telling me the bowls are the ace. Maybe there's something magical that's gonna happen. Chariot, ready to go. Planes. That's so fascinating. We just went from singing, this guy looking at singing bowls, ace of pentacles, and then chariot. So, Interesting. I just noticed a little snake in the sand and these tiny ladders. Is that a dragon? This is fascinating. What's going on in here? They look like singing bowls to me. People might actually live in these domes. See? So fascinating. Maybe I'm a little all over the place. Maybe started with success wasn't the best idea. I don't know. I'm gonna post it, feel it out. I suppose I could also just talk about life sometimes. I don't know, I guess I don't want to make everything about me always, all the time. And Spirit has been telling me to use these cards, but it is also like a vlog. I can post a lot more if I just talk sometimes. I get it. Right? Yeah, it's kind of what I'm getting from it is like, because if it's contemplation, it's like, I'm also seeing it as what I said about being being multifaceted, being multi-talented. You have these multiple things that you can pick up. If there's multiple things that you can pick up, and I honestly feel like Spirit has been encouraging me to do as many of the things as I can in a day. Basically, do as much as you can. Like, get up. You like to play basketball, and you use singing bowls, and you use tarot cards. Like, get up and go for a run, and play your ball, and then fill up your day. Like, especially for those of us who are not working. Like, I have all day. Which is also why I guess I did all that resting last week. So now Spirit is like, okay, it's time to pick up these bowls, because pick up these things that you know how to do. All the things, pick up the things you know how to do, and it's like the more you're creating, the more you're doing the things that you love to do, the more likely you are to hit that nail on the head. Maybe get that one, you post that one funny video that actually goes viral. You put that one song out that actually goes viral. You get that one client that pays more than anyone ever paid you, and you're able to like launch your business officially. You know what I'm saying? And because that outcome is what's gonna help move you forward. That's what I'm seeing with this, the Ace and then the Chariot, right? That outcome's gonna help move you forward. This card pops up. To me, it's like connected to this energy. Connected to this energy of like contemplating. It's like sometimes when things suddenly are going good, we kind of get in our heads, and so Spirit has been forewarning me about that. They're like, hey, we trying to, we want to bring these good things into your life. We want to help move you forward, and that was a question that kind of came to me recently. It's like, not question, but like, I had a moment of like, how many of us maybe got used to things not going our way so much that when things start moving forward, when good things start happening, we start getting in our heads. So they're like, be mindful of that. I see she's looking in a mirror, so they're like, watch yourself. Like, watch yourself. Things are gonna move forward. Like, pick up your talents, pick up your abilities, your skills, your talents, and the more you do them, the more you're gonna, hit that nail on the head, and it's gonna move things forward. It's gonna move things forward. Don't hold yourself up. Don't hold yourself back. Don't overthink it. And then right at the bottom is High Priestess, right? In the beginning of the spread, it was like, you're the High Priestess. You're the High Priestess, right? You manifested this. You're a strong manifester. Don't be surprised. Sometimes you wait for so long, you stop expecting it, and that's usually when it happens, right? But if during the time that you was waiting, you did some preparation, like you prepared in some way, right, in anticipation of, if you have a little downtime where you're like, I give up, then it suddenly happens, you're kind of ready. That makes sense. Because moods, our moods go up and down, and you don't have to let, a bad day keep you like this. Boom. Yeah. Yes. And so, yeah, first thing that comes out is Fire Dragon. Burns up the lower energies around you. You are safe and protected. Be determined and inspired. Clear your soul pathway. So, right, it's like this Chariot card. They're like, don't be afraid. Right? Don't hold yourself up in your thoughts. When things start moving forward. I honestly have been feeling like something interesting is going to happen around Leo season. Also because of the Leo references and the fire, and it's summertime, so that's the next fire sign is Leo, and I've always liked that time of the year. I'm an Aquarius. I was born in Aquarius with a Leo rising, so that's always been fun, enjoying both seasons. So it's like Leo season is my half birthday and my rising energy. So, right, the more I put myself out there, the more I'm leaning into that rising energy. And I was actually thinking it'd be fun to actually try and make a plan to do something during Leo season. If you're feeling like this Cancer season is going to be kind of funky for you because of all this water and stuff, then don't force it. But make a plan for Leo season. You can do that. But it also says burns up the lower energies around you, right? And so you heard, burns up the lower energies around you. So those lower vibing folks hanging on. Dragon has wings and fire, right? So anybody's trying to hang on, don't worry about it. Don't get in your head about it. Let it go. Let it go. Uh, Gold and silver violet flame dragon transmutes the old energy around you with wisdom and grace. It's time for transmutation, magic, and healing. Offer service under grace. Like, we've seen this before, right? They're like, as again, they're talking about burning up the lower energies around you. This one's saying transmute the old energy around you. But like, it's time to come into the new. Time to come into this new you. I know. I hear y'all. I heard y'all. Spirit tells me things, and then this is. I think this is part of the reason. Now that I've actually done it a whole like 2 or 3 weeks now. I mean, like, posting these videos. I think this is part of the reason why I've been avoiding them. Because your message is my message in a lot of ways, and like there are things that I know that they're saying that I'm ignoring, that I guess I was ignoring, and I apologize. But I'm maybe being a spoiled brat a little bit, and because I did hear them, but I would procrastinate and be like, So I think Spirit's been telling me about myself a little bit. And they're just like, it's time to leave that in the old. That's the old you. Helps you to connect with the higher frequencies. They've been telling me to meditate more. I am sitting out by the water. Trust your intuition. Develop your psychic abilities. Be open to enlightenment. Express your inner song. See what I'm saying? Develop your psychic abilities. Like, that's what made me, right, in the movie Sixth Sense. Even them calling it Sixth Sense, right? And these very, I guess, like, plain description of what's happening.